What's up, guys? So I had a couple of questions about turning 6.5 Grendel into 6mm CHyeetA and the way I suggested doing it versus the way that you can do it. Yeah, I made a video for some people. It was a private video. I didn't share it on my YouTube or whatever, about how you could literally take fire formed 6.5 Grendel brass and you can clean it and anneal it and you can run it straight up in a 6mm CHyeetA die, and you can pull out 6mm CHyeetA and it be, a complete case. But I suggested not doing that, and people ask me why. And the reason why is you're taking a neck that has already been fire formed into a 6.5 Grendel chamber. So it had been fire formed larger than a 264 caliber projectile, and you're about to put a 243 caliber projectile in it. So I'd suggested necking it down first without touching the shoulder, using a full-length resizing 6.5 Grendel die. And I had suggested specifically using the Lee die because you can deprime it at the same time, and it has the expander ball, and you can back it off far enough to where you're not going to touch the shoulder. So I've actually got the Lee full-length resizing 6.5 Grendel die in here right now. So take it down until it touches the shell holder. Until it touches the shell. I was getting resistances because of the lock ring. Alright, take it down until it touches the shell holder, and then back it off a full turn, and then lock it down. So right now, this shouldn't even be close to touching your shoulder. All right, so I've got regular 6.5 Grendel fired, cleaned, and annealed brass, and it is measuring in at 3377. So this is regular. It's just fired Hornady brass. All right, so let me put a little bit of imperial sizing wax on it. I usually have a Q-tip where I can put it on the inside of the case mouth, but I'm not doing that right now. All right, so run it all the way down and pull it out. And hey, look, there's a bulge there. Is that bad? No, it's not bad, because you're going to neck it down anyway in the CHyeetA. All you're trying to do whenever you do that is start your neck sizing and resize because this is a small base die, the base of the case. So now you'll find a lot of times that you'll have flow with your case, where your case is going to actually be larger whenever you take it out, but it's also deprimed. So now it's measuring in at 3379, and that's common. You'll have that. So I'm going to do a couple more cases so I can show you guys that there's more than one way to skin a cat. Okay. Okay. Now, these are basically 6.5 Grendel now, ready to receive that projectile. So you can take your 6.5 Grendel full-length resizer off, and you can either, and this is for fire forming brass, you can either use a Redding S-type full-length resizing die with a bushing for a 243. So like for me, I like to use the 268 because it gives me about 3/1000 of neck tension with Hornady brass. So I'll run this one in. We're way too far. I'll run this one in, and just for shits and giggles, this is not the way that I actually do it. I'm going to have it touch the shell holder. Alright, so now I'm going to take one of these pieces of brass that I just did that to, where I started the full-length resizing of it, and you can run that up through, and it makes it way easier. And now you have 6mm AR, and you can fire form 6mm AR in your 6mm CHyeetA, and it'll run great. You could also use the Redding S-type die and just make 6mm AR, and you can just keep shooting 6mm AR through it if you want to. I've found that my barrels are cheaper than 6mm AR barrels, so for some people it might be easier just to make 6mm AR and fireform that, and then start using the 6mm CHyeetA barrel because it's easier. You would just have to replace the stem in this for depriming, or deprime it by hand. That's why I'd suggested initially using the 6.5 Grendel Fulling 3 sizing die from Lee. If I'm losing anybody, shoot me a private message on Facebook. It's a lot easier. So right here I have 6mm AR. So I could take the 6mm AR, load it up in a CHyeetA, shoot it, and it'll fireform into 6mm CHyeetA. Let's see what that shoulder's looking like with it all the way down. 3375. So it gave me 2 thousandths of shoulder bump the way it is right there. Oh, I didn't do this one. All right, I'm going to do another one. Boom. There's another one. Clean it up a little bit. Measure. 3375. All right, so right here I've got 6mm AR that I could literally put a primer in, powder, projectile, and go shoot it through the 6mm CHyeetA, and it'll fireform into 6mm CHyeetA. Now, the other thing that you can do, oh, and just to prove that point, I have a 6mm CHyeetA gauge. I've actually got multiple gauges. So this is a 6mm CHyeetA gauge. If it drops in, that means yes, it will fit in the chamber, because this is just a mirror of the chamber. So this is 6mm AR, it drops right in, and it drops right in. So, and just to prove that the gauge works, I will take a piece of fireformed 6mm CHyeetA. So this is a piece of fireformed CHyeetA right here. Whoops. Whoops, sorry. That's one that I've already Fulling 3 sized. My bad. My bad. Let me grab one that I've actually fired. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. Alright, so here is a piece of fireformed 6mm CHyeetA brass, and it will not drop all the way in. So, my bad. I can edit that out, but I'm not gonna, because then that would be dishonest in my opinion. Alright, so that's turning into 6mm AR. That's how I had told a lot of people to go ahead and prep their brass. Or, your other option, and this is the option that I suggest. Where's that other piece of 6mm AR? I literally just had it. Oh shit. I lost one. I don't know what I've done with it. Damn. Alright, I don't know where that piece of brass is. Anyway, so this is the 6mm CHyeetA die. This is one of my dies. This isn't one of the ones that you guys are going to get. You guys will basically get the die that looks like this, with the exception of this ugly bolt that goes into the top of it. The die actually looks really good. It's got a redding bushing in it. They're made for redding bushings. And then you put the screw in the top of it. Y'all's won't have an ugly one. And back it off just enough for it to move. Alright, so I'm going to take this one all the way down, touch the shell holder. Alright, so it's touching the shell holder. Now I'm going to back it off because I don't want as much shoulder bump as some other people do. So I'm going to back it off about a quarter turn. And then lock it down. Alright. So then I'll take that 6mm 6.5 Grendel that I had full-length 3 sized, and then I'll run it up into the die. Alright, so now it's neck down. I don't know if it touched the shoulder or not. It might not have touched the shoulder. I might be too far. I think that's too far. I need to go down a little further. What is this one? Okay, let's run him back up in there. Okay. Good, good. Alright, let's measure that shoulder bump. 3375. Perfect, that's exactly where I want it. Alright, so now I've got the case and the shoulder is bumped just a small amount, and you can see it starting to turn into 6mm CHyeetA. Now, if I go all the way down with it until it will touch the shell holder, then you can run that up in. You can run it up in it, and you'll feel it, and you can bump that shoulder like hard. So if you bump the shoulder all the way, it gets me at 3366. So that's 11 thousandths of shoulder bump that gave me whenever I did that, and it turned it into 6mm CHyeetA with a whole bunch of shoulder bump. So you've got options here. Anyway, I just wanted to make this video real quick and show some people some stuff.